Hello, I'm Mick Kimpton and welcome to my new series of flowers for the weekend. I don't know if, like me during this lockdown period, you could get confused as to what day is which, but I've decided to make flowers on Friday the day. So Friday is Flowers Day. Today I'm going to show you a very simple design with a few flowers I've got, a little tiny bit of foliage from the garden. And I'm going to use a simple tray. You could use something a bit more ornate if you've got a bit of family silver lying around. But here I'm using a basic tray, and then I've got some containers, a selection of glass containers that I've picked up from around the house, filled with water, and I'm just popping them on the tray. It's become very popular, this idea of groupage, and very simple to do. And therefore, just to start on our series of programs, I'm keeping it nice and simple. Don't worry, it will get a little bit more complicated as time goes on and as we get nearer to Easter or even Valentine's Day. So my little containers are all in place, and now I can add some foliage. Here a little viburnum and some little bit of twigs that I've got left over from Christmas actually, and they were in the wreath, but here they're going in just to give us a little bit of height to our containers, with some gorgeous pussy willow, which gives a nice textural quality to our little placings of these containers on our tray. And now, without further ado, we can go to the flowers, the most exciting bit. Nothing at this time of year brings a bit of light and happiness to us all than the tulip. And ours are growing nicely indoors and outdoors. And these are bought from my supplier, and of course bring that sense that spring, we hope, is just around the corner. Some little bit of cut hyacinth, again bringing some fragrance to our design eventually when they're nicely opened up. Again adding a tulip and just creating different shapes and heights, and of course a little bit of fragrance, which is something absolutely gorgeous that we need indoors. You can see how we're beginning to build up our design. Think of it as a whole, think of it as the overall picture. I've even got a little bit of Alstroemeria here. Again, an incredibly long-lasting flower, and keeping my colours nice and bright, because at this time we need a little bit of brightness to cheer us all up, and that's what our series of programs are going to be doing during this time of lockdown. I'm also going to be celebrating with you something that you can try at home, which is the nature table. Remember that when you were at school, all those things that used to end up on the nature table? Even the odd sandwich from lunchtime I seem to remember as a child, which was a little bit misleading. But ours is going to be all about things that we collect around the home and of course around the garden. Continuing with my design, I've got a little bit of Lysianthus, which we're going to just beautiful. They always sort of remind me of roses in a way, but building up our design, these gorgeous purpley coloured tulips. Again, just popping them in, varying the heights and the distance between them, so that we really do create something really joyful and happy within our design. I do love these pussy willows, I really do. They give a nice different texture and quality to the design. Have I got room for one more hyacinth? Don't think I have on this tray. I may have to do another tray and completely fill the house with some beautiful spring blooms, just to liven up. Colour is certainly what we need, and also just to give in a little added excitement and variation. Nighttime activity. There's nothing that warms up a home than a couple of candles, nice and safe in their little holders, again keeping with the glass feel and therefore creating our gorgeous little tray of wonder, fit for any dining room, living room, or even hallway. Anyway, that's all from me for Flowers for the Weekend, and I'll see you next Friday with another design and some more ideas to keep us all happy during this period. Thanks for joining me.